So when it comes to mid-size SUVs in South Africa, customers really are spoiled for choice. I mean, there are so many different brands to choose from in that segment these days. And Kia has now re-entered themselves into that segment with the 5th generation Kia Sportage, launched in South Africa just a couple of months ago. I'm Dean Friederich. Welcome back to the channel. Let's go take a look. So in terms of what the new Sportage looks like, there is absolutely no denying that the now 5th generation Sportage looks absolutely awesome. I mean, let's just get this big awkward yellow elephant out of the room. How cool is this color? This color is called Splash Lemon, and this is just one of a host of really interesting colors that the new Sportage is now available in. I think that's really cool that they're offering such funky colors for the new Sportage now, you know. Not a lot of SUVs in this segment offer such cool colors, so I think that's a feather in the Sportage's cap. And there's absolutely no denying that the new Sportage looks really good. I must be honest, I was quite interested to see what this new 5th generation Sportage was going to look like, because the previous generation was also a really good looking car. You know, I didn't think there was anything wrong with what the 4th generation Sportage looked like. So I was very interested to see how Kia was going to improve on it. And in my opinion, improve they did. The new Sportage looks really good. On the inside as well, also a very nicely designed, very well laid out interior. I must be honest, I don't really have any complaints at all about how this interior is laid out and how it is set out. The quality of it feels good. I mean, the steering wheel is nice, along the door panels as well. You know, everywhere where you would normally touch is finished off very nicely inside here. So in terms of its look and its design and its build quality, I honestly have absolutely no complaints whatsoever. The new Sportage in that department gets a 10 out of 10 from me. So in terms of the new Sportage's specifications, what do you get across the range? There are 5 different models in the Sportage range. This one that I am testing out, this is the 2nd model in the range. It's called the EX. And I must be honest, I'm finding it a little bit hard to believe that I am driving a model that is 2nd from the bottom of the range, because in terms of what it is equipped with and what you get in this vehicle as standard, the list is very extensive. And one of the things that stood out to me almost immediately when I was looking at the spec sheet and, you know, seeing what is available for what do you get for your money, all that kind of stuff. Safety is definitely a priority, or was a priority for Kia's team when they were designing and putting together this new Sportage, because the amount of active and passive safety features is very impressive. I'm very impressed with how much safety this car is fitted with. So if you are somebody who's going to be, you know, transporting children, your family, you know, that kind of thing, mom about town, dad about town, family holidays or whatever, you really don't have to worry about whether or not you and your family are going to be safe in here, because I'm pretty sure you will be. There are a lot of safety features and a lot of spec as well. Even a couple of features that I was very surprised by. I have not very often seen a car at this price point that offers seat heaters for the rear. Even your rear passengers get to have roasty toasty bums in winter, hey? I mean, we love a roasty toasty booty when it's cold outside in the mornings, even if I'm sitting at the back of the car. So it's very nice to know that even if I'm sitting at the back of the new Sportage, that I can still have a warm bum in winter. And with this EX model, pretty much everything that is in here is standard. And Kia is very well known for that, for offering a very good list of standard spec with their vehicles. I mean, this massive infotainment screen over here, the digital driver display, this wraparound effect as well of the infotainment coming into the cluster, which I really enjoy about this car. Climate control aircon, seat heaters, heated steering wheel, which I know some people think that there's no market for a heated steering wheel in South Africa. I disagree. I like to have warm fingers in the winter, even if it's cold. I don't care. I want my hands to be warm while I'm driving. So that I do not mind. And so much. Smartphone integration, you know, all the things that you would come to expect. Cruise control, multifunction steering, memory seats as well. Memory seats that you've got, height adjustable headlights, automatic wipers. I'm just going to sound like a parrot carrying on about all these features. So for a model that is only second from the bottom of the range, I am very impressed with how well this car is equipped. What powers the new Sportage? So all 5 models in the Sportage range are powered by the same engine. It is a 4-cylinder 1.6 litre turbo petrol mated to a 7-speed dual clutch auto, and the engine produces 132 kilowatts of power, 265 newton meters of torque. I don't think that the power and the torque figures are that bad. I think that they're pretty good. I have had absolutely no problem, you know, picking up speed on the highway, overtaking, that sort of thing. The only place where this gearbox has been a little bit of a frustration for me has been driving up inclines, which I do quite a lot because I live in an area that is quite hilly. Is that even a word? I live in an area that is quite hilly, so I drive up inclines every single day of my life. And I do find with this gearbox that it does hang in those higher gears a little bit too long, in my personal opinion. Does hang a little bit too long, so the engine's kind of like up the hill, and I'm like, hey, slow down, you know, let's rather gear up and get some torque going and get up our hill. So that was probably the only mechanical gripe that I have with this car. And another mechanical gripe that you guys seem to have, a lot of you guys had something to say about this on Twitter when I first got this car in test a couple of days ago and I started posting about it. You guys were saying that you were upset that the new Sportage is not available in diesel. And I don't think that it's going to be available in diesel ever at all, because remember, we are now coming to a point in our market where diesels are not really the favorite anymore. Hey, the market is now going towards small turbocharged petrols, and then hybrid petrols, and then EVs. So I don't think that the new Sportage will be made available in a diesel. If anything, I'm pretty sure it'll probably come out in a hybrid. I don't know, I'm speaking, you know, this is just a conspiracy theory. But if anything, I think that the new Sportage will probably end up coming out in a hybrid. So I don't think diesel will be a thing in the new Sportage. Unfortunately. Fuel consumption, let's chat about that. So, when I was reading online, Kia claimed 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers. I got nowhere close to that. I'm just going to be honest. The best fuel consumption that I was able to receive was 9 liters per 100 kilometers. And bear in mind, that was over a range of driving conditions. Highway driving, like what I'm doing now, driving about town in my neighborhood, up inclines, that sort of stuff. So that was over a range of driving conditions. The best consumption that I was able to get was that, which is not the worst, but at the same time, not the best, and nowhere near what was quoted in the brochure. So I think that's probably something to bear in mind. And also, I've been driving the car in eco the entire time. There's a whole bunch of different drive modes that you can pick, and I've been driving it in eco since I got it, and that's been my best consumption. So I think that's probably something to make a little mental note of. So, how much does a new Sportage cost you? So, you've got 5 models in the range, as I was mentioning earlier. At the time of filming this video, the Sportage range starts from just under 540,000 Rand and goes all the way up to about 740 or 750,000, one of those two. This model, the EX, as I was mentioning earlier, the second from the bottom of the range, which in my opinion, I think this is the sweet spot in the Sportage range actually, because you have a lot of spec, a lot of tech, a lot of safety, a lot of comfort, all the really nice, most important gadgets and gizmos that you would want in a new car these days in an SUV of this class. And this one, the EX, comes in at 594,000. I think that this is the one to have because, you know, the moment you start going higher, yes, it gets a lot more expensive, but they do then also get a lot more sportier looking. And if that majorly sporty look is not something that's important to you, I would say look at this. Because yeah, with the other one, with the higher models, then you start getting things like the panoramic roof and the anthracite headliner, which I do quite like, I'm not gonna lie. Then you start getting the full artificial leather interior as opposed to this one, which is a combination of material and artificial leather, which might also be better for people with kids. So that, I think, is something probably also to consider there. But bang for your buck in terms of value for money across the Sportage range, I definitely think that this one, the EX, this is the one to have. Because you've got all the nice spec, all the nice tech. It still looks really good. You've got the nice gloss black trimmings on the outside. You've got the 18-inch wheels. Okay, they're not the diamond cut gloss black ones that you get on the GT line, but these rims look really nice. You still have the 5-year unlimited mileage warranty. You still have the 90,000 kilometer service plan. I like this one. I think that this one is the one to have. And it's very quirky as well. Nice quirks, like this color. All the colors that the Sportage is available in. Oh, that truck is very loud. All the colors that the Sportage is available in now. This little panel over here, which allows you to adjust your aircon, but it's also the controls for the radio. So if I press a little button over here and it flicks over, then I get all my radio controls. That's pretty nifty. I haven't seen that before. I haven't seen that. Wireless charging, all the nice things, reverse camera, front and rear parking sensors, all that sort of stuff. That's what I say. It's so weird that this is the second from the bottom of the range and it is spec'd so highly. Look at this dude just strolling over the N1. Nice one, buddy. Just casually walking over a national highway. Brave heart, eh? And nothing happened to him. Should go back and ask him, how does it feel to be God's favorite? In terms of how the new Sportage fares up against its competition, there are a lot of competitors in this segment. I mean, Hyundai Tucson, what else? Toyota RAV4, VW Tiguan. I would say you can compare this car to premium SUVs as well. I would say you can compare this to an X3. I'd say you can compare this to a Mercedes GLC even as well. I mean, Kia, especially with their SUVs, they are really moving up into premium brand territory with their SUVs now, so I would compare it to that. And because there are so many SUVs on offer in this segment that are all so similar and offer much of the same thing, I do think that a lot of it does also come down to brand loyalty, first of all, brand confidence, and what you can afford as well. Because I mean, if you look at this, the second from the bottom of the range Sportage, you compare it to a second from the bottom of the range Tucson, which essentially underneath is a very similar car. I mean, we all know Kia and Hyundai are sister brands. And you compare this to a RAV4. Okay, Toyota's got the hybrid technology, so that does change things up a little bit. That is a game changer. Haval is now also introducing the hybrid technology. That's also something else to consider. But remember what I said earlier, I won't be surprised if Kia does bring this out in a hybrid very soon too. I definitely think it all comes down to what you like. If you want something that's very funky, if you want something that's got a lot of personality, then the new Sportage is definitely something to look at, I would say. If you want something that's a little bit more sleek, understated, then look at Haval, Toyota, that sort of stuff. But this one, very funky design, very like, wow, you know, look at this cool color, look at this cool design. Kia is definitely your bet then, I think. There's so much to offer in this segment. So if you are somebody who's looking in this segment and you get overwhelmed, I don't blame you. I probably would too. Because there's so many cars in this segment. But I like the Sportage, it's very nice. Another thing that I will say though, just before I end the video off, I was expecting this engine to be a lot quieter than what it is. I mean, if I need to pick up speed now, listen to this. See what I mean? I was expecting the engine to be a little bit quieter. Not the end of the world, but I guess maybe in that department my expectations were a little bit too high. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I've answered all the questions you might have about the Kia Sportage. If there's anything else you'd like to know that I might not have covered in this video, leave a comment down below and I will definitely get back to you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that I can see you on my next video. In the meantime, go and watch some other ones if you haven't already. Let me know what you think of those ones too. Follow me on social media. They'll all be linked down in the description. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye.